All right, guys, so here's the deal. You are gonna get as many off-the-cuff, off-the-wall quotes as you possibly can until we get something that works. All right, that could be anything. Be cognizant of stuff that's outside of earshot even. You know, if an A-lister leans in and whispers to somebody, we could dub that. That could be the shot that we need. If you're able to get a lav mic on somebody, obviously that's awesome too. Be selective with it. You know, if you just got to get as close as you can, we'll use what we can get. The point is, we want some foreshadowing. All right. Best case scenario is you get an actual line read. In the event that we get someone willing to read a line, what is the line?
The night's. It's about more than.
This night is bigger than entertainment.
Bigger than entertainment.
It's about family.
That's not foreshadowing. It's about capturing
humanity.
All right?
Yes.
If you get that line from somebody, do not stop rolling. I want you to follow them all the way down the red carpet, plant the camera, and start a time lapse. Okay? Beautiful. Now, who are our top targets?
Timothy Chalamet, Brody,
Culkin,
and Fight Club, Norton. All right? Look, anybody who is easy to body double, that's a go. Okay? Again, we'll take what we can get. When I give you the go-ahead, where are we meeting?
second floor family restaurant.
You got it. All right, at that point, I'm not the director anymore. I'm an actor. I'm going to have a bag over my head. So you guys got to make the judgment calls, all right? When in doubt, if in doubt, let there be no doubt, because you're going to shoot everything twice. Shoot it both ways. Okay? Obviously, the inside crew is not going to have that luxury because they're going to be capturing award speeches, pickup shots, that kind of thing. And keep your phones on because he's going to let us know if one of our guys wins an award. That's going to shake up the entire decision tree. What's that, Marcus?
Is there going to let us know?
Specialist VU. Specialist VU. Get the ranks right. Be good little soldiers, all right? Here are the lav mics. Don't forget your press passes. Don't question it. Just trust me, all right?
Got it. It's for like $800 for even like a bad seat because he was performing at the fucking a stadium. That's like one of the car company sponsored stadiums. Like it was the Honda Center, which is crazy.
Louis CK is going on a tour just the other day.
Oh shit.
Is he?
Coming to LA too.
Is he uncanceled?
He's not canceled. He's going to cancel for a minute.
Okay.
Sort of like single level. It should have been like at least.
The rest of us, we're here to watch, so that's the whole point.
Yeah, well, I guess that's.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. If it's depressing, it's like,
You're on the red carpet. We did it. So this is where everybody comes in. It's one entry point for everybody. It doesn't matter how famous you are. You have to go through security, walk down this step and repeat for press photos first.
All right, I've got eyes. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, but I'm putting my phone away.
Okay, so if one of our guys gets the award, you go in, get the shot. I'm gonna stay on the sidelines. Okay. You can be on the other side. And I mean, I don't know. I think we can just go.
How are y'all doing today?
Hi.
You know, it's very unusual to see a couple other soldiers here today. What are y'all here for?
The Oscars.
Yeah. Who are y'all with?
Army. The Army.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. What are y'all doing out here today?
The Oscars.
Yes, we're shooting photos, videos.
nice. And what unit are y'all part of?
I think this is our. I think they're calling us.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I think we gotta go.
Well, you know, hey, just real quick, guys. You know what my favorite thing to do is, right? Whenever I meet fellow soldiers, it's my favorite thing to do. How about we sing the Army song, right? Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure we have to go.
How about a rain check on that one?
But no, just real quick. I'll count you in, all right? All right. 3, 2, 1.
I appreciate the sentiment, but
How about you go first, and then we'll.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start you off, okay? All right. March along.
You know what they call the 15 minutes.
Yeah,
so I think
we actually gotta go. I
Okay,
appreciate it.
guys.
Hey, do you know who this guy is?
No, I think that's a producer. He's probably not going to win anything. All right, go with the guy in the silver tux. He is a writer, and that would be our safety.
Hey, Marcus was wondering if we're able to use video that has a song in it.
I can check. Let me pull up the rules.
You don't know?
No, I didn't like study the rules in advance. Just more of a ask for forgiveness than permission kind of guy. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to get out of this parking garage.
Set a 3-hour timer and don't watch the Oscars. I guess if this is a successful protest in any way, we should at least adhere to that. You know, but even ahead of time, it's going to be called, instead of watching the Oscars, make a movie.
Guys, it's a wrap. Bring it in.
It's a rap? What are you talking about?
Tell Vu to save his receipts.
Hey, my car won't start.
You can ride with us. Just, yeah, they're a little pissed right now.
Because I was in the corner with the camera taking photos and video. So what just happened?
Okay, so I looked into how this filmmaking contest is supposed to work, and I probably should have done some research ahead of time, but it's not supposed to be at the Oscars. It was supposed to be like during the Oscars, but just anywhere, so I guess like anyone could do it. And I thought that by us getting into the Oscars, we were gonna basically like get into this very selective film contest, and long and short of it is I've wasted your time and energy, and I am very sorry for that. And I'm in a little bit of a fog right now. I don't really know what to think, because I'm not sure I even understand why you would protest the Oscars. Like, it seems like it kind of sets the bar for filmmaking, so I mean, like, that's where you want your movie, isn't it? So why are we not watching it? And so we were pretty much in the worst possible place. Yeah, we were there. So now there's nothing we can do.
Well, we tried.
It sounded like you actually talked to some people.
We did.
Like, if it had been what I thought it was, then it was pretty great. You got a lav mic on somebody. I don't know who the hell he was, but did you get that back, by the way? Did you get the lav mic back?
Was that actually the story you wanted to tell?
Like that movie?
Oscars?
Well, I mean, it fit the format. It was a pretty resourceful use of. I mean, it was. I guess I used a lot of resources, but it was
Yeah, now you're broke.
it was a way to take advantage of the opportunity that I thought we had by living in California. And, well, some of you guys travel further, but I'm sorry. That's That's on me. This is one of the more devastating losses of my filmmaking career. Like, this was about as much prep as I've ever done for a movie. And now I can't make it.
Ever done.
Yeah, I got us into the Oscars. Are you guys mad? I mean, you should. I would understand if you're kind of mad.
Oh, mad that you brought us all the way to Hollywood to the Oscars just for a film to movie making.
That said, I did bring you to the Oscars, and you were having a good time until I pulled you out. Is that not true?
Until you pulled us out, yeah. It was a good time.
So would you like? Let me ask you the same question. If we had stayed and made that movie, and I couldn't put it in the competition, would you have been like, "I'm proud to have made this movie," or were you just doing it because I suggested it?
I was happy to be at the Oscars.
So really, you were just taking advantage of me then, because I'm the one who would go so out of his way to
Why do you
prove
have to
that
take
I
it to
want
that?
it.
Why do you have to take it to that?
Because celebrities are always like, you just gotta want it, you gotta follow your dreams. I fucking follow my dreams, and I try harder than anyone, I'm pretty sure, ever tries. They think that there couldn't just be...
Anyone ever?
Okay, most of them had to get really lucky, right? And yet they can stand up there and be like, ooh, I followed my dreams and I made it. Like, there could never be a version of them that has a shitty life and has to really work for it.
You know where luck comes from, Matthew?
Where?
Karma. You know where you get good karma from? Doing good things. Stop being an asshole and pulling us out of the Oscars for stupid shit.
Is it not a good thing to try to... What?
This guy.
Are you crying or laughing?
Crazy experience.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it'll be funny in retrospect, but like...
Can't wait for that, huh?
Yeah, to be honest.
Maybe if you're lucky, we'll laugh at it in 5 years.
If I'm lucky. But would you make another movie with me, given...
If you have a strict breakdown of exactly where and what's happening, and
Well-
you gave us the details, and maybe if we got compensated.
So you didn't like the sort of if-then
Yeah. It was a
element
little-
of it.
Yeah. I mean, you promised us all these things. You said we're gonna go to the Oscars. You said we're gonna make a movie, and that someday you'll be in a winner, and we'll be up there with you. And
Well, did I say it was going to be an Oscar winner, or did I say it was going to be make a movie during the Oscars winner?
Man, I was flustered. You said we were gonna be in a
See,
movie.
so none of you guys were listening either. You could have looked up the contest and figured out that it wasn't what I thought it was. So don't be mad that I didn't look up the rules.
See, what we're dealing with here was a communication problem.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go to couples therapy.
Okay, let's have it out.
Hey, I don't know where you got this Oscar from, but it says world's best boyfriend.
Yeah, it's not a real category. My ex gave me that.
Oh. Well, clearly you weren't the best. She's your ex.
Well, best at deciding when I should be in a relationship and when I
Why do you still
shouldn't.
have it?
Yeah. Why do you
Because
still
it's a
have it?
prop. Everything can be a prop.
Rob. All right, we'll go with that for now.
Yeah, tickets right.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, man.
Yeah.
Which you are not supposed to.
It's because we missed the exit.
First a film movie, then a mixed things.
That's the trouble.
Sorry, you can watch the Oscars if you want to. It's okay.
I had an idea for something to shoot too, but it would require a lot more memorization on you guys' part.
I can do that.
I think Garnier's up for it. I'm not sure about it.
I would have tried. Can't guarantee
Because
it, but it would have been good.
I ended up looking at it and I was like, this is a lot more dialogue than I kind of remember it being. For people who aren't necessarily ready to memorize stuff and back to that.
Is that based on the screenplay you were working on?
Yeah. So Steven is the oldest brother. That would be Garnier. And his thing is like, he has this sort of protective instinct, so he kind of wants to like let her stay at the house and kind of not confront the problem. And the other two are like, you can't just keep pretending this is okay and like not like address what's really going on here. So like Bailey will be playing Paul, who's the youngest brother. He's kind of like a troublemaker, and then Bastion is the middle brother. That'd be Voo's, and then he's kind of like the one in the middle. It's kind of like the voice of reason between the two of them. And then it also kind of becomes like that situation, but also like them as brothers, like other stuff like bubbling up, just like other conflicts that just kind of come into play as close as they are.
It's a pretty good concept.
And they're brothers, but they're foster brothers. The idea is they all grew up in foster care together. Like all ended up in the same house, but grew up together as brothers. They're not technically brothers.
It's got more backstory than a celebrity getting abducted at the Oscars.
To be fair, I've been writing it for like 9 years. At least it feels like. I had the idea for probably 7, 8 years ago. It wasn't until this past year that I actually finished the first draft.
Maybe one day I'll make a movie that I actually wrote.
We can write something small.
Yeah, why do I not respect short form?
Louis C.K. one time presented the award for best documentary short film, and he was like, "This is the one award where these people are not doing it for the fame.
Yeah.
Best documentary short film. Nobody's watching this. Nobody cares. Nobody's paying for this. They only are doing it because they love it."
Yeah, it's based on Santa Monica.
That is true.
But I feel like short film stuff is like it's the best way to get started, because if you're always trying to make a feature, it's really just never going to happen.
Yeah.
And I saw this long video that Munn sent me that basically broke down explaining like everybody thinks that they're just going to write the perfect screenplay that's just written in golden ink and Hollywood's going to call them and give them all this money to make a movie. But that's like 0.001% of filmmakers. You have to like, you know, use the stepping stone that exists.
Stay left.
You're not going to make some perfect movie, chances are. You're not Quentin Tarantino who's just going to write a perfect screenplay right away.
I'm being totally real with you. I do think of myself as the 0.001%.
And that's fair.
Yeah, it's good to dream.
I think it's fair
man.
to think that way, but also to be like,
Yeah, at some point be realistic.
like, so
yeah.
the thing that I thought about my screenplay is like, from an outside perspective, I wouldn't want my movie to be directed by a first-time director. So I would rather have experience doing smaller stuff before I jump into something so big that at the end of the day, I'm not going to be experienced enough, and then my movie's going to suck because the director myself doesn't know what he's doing.
So do you think it's better to make a movie that you're passionate about, but it's technically kind of shitty, or something that's technically really good, but it might as well have been someone else's script?
I think passion is more important because that's going to come through.
It sounds like what you could do is have all of these things in one movie and just make a porno.
I also had an instructor who told us that, like, in the beginning, what you make is a lot of it's going to suck. So just make your shitty movies and get them out the way before you start making your good ones.
I think that's true to a point, but I think the second way is the way to actually succeed.
What's that?
You write something, but like even if someone else takes it over and ends up really becoming their script and their idea, but that is the way to like get known. And then at some point down the line, you could say you worked with him, he made it good, and then you could eventually make your own stuff.
Quentin Tarantino sold 2 scripts before he made his first movie.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, no one really knows those. And it's like, even like, Martin Scorsese's like, his passion projects, it took him like 10 years to make.
But also, if you look at Martin Scorsese,
Because, like,
an example, he had like 5, 6 short films and like 1 feature film that nobody really watched.
Yeah.
Before he really like started making like Mean Streets and Taxi Driver and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and I think both ways are ways to success.
But for me, I feel like what I want to do is start making just like small, like, we should just write something that's like 3 pages long that we can shoot in one day.
Yeah,
And then you
3-minute short film. Yeah.
You make it, you edit it, and then you just try again another small thing, and then you can kind of like get your mileage in that way.
That's what I should have done today.
But at the same time, like, what we're doing today, even if it is terrible, it's better than doing nothing, and it has experience.
That's
so
true.
like, that's also kind of what I'm getting at. I think like, that's why I think it's a good idea, even to make something if you think it's bad, to spend time doing it, because then you learn from it. You can try it on something else next time.
It does make you wonder how many people there are who have made true passion projects, but they're just stuck in some corner of the internet or even just on a VHS tape somewhere.
Yeah. And
That'll
also,
never
you know,
be
they
known
always say
about.
luck is a part of it as well.
There's definitely plenty of those.
I think maybe the people who achieve success through passion get pushed into a box where they have to act stupid and everything is a celebrity jerk off. And then they become the thing that we talk about being so grotesque. But they're both.
A lot of it's just you never fucking know. You just have to just like keep pulling at strings until you kind of start finding what works. But I do think a lot of people, like obviously including myself, where it's like you get into a loop of like trying to make something that's just perfect and kind of almost putting it too much on a pedestal as opposed to just kind of doing stuff, and kind of finding it on the way.
Doing stuff.
Going over footage? Oh, is that the time lapse? How long did that run after he walked off with the mic on? Does it keep going? Did you just say what I thought he said?
Yeah.
That could end a man's career. He's saying he's gonna.
That's correct.
We own his ass.
It's just so easy for me to recognize even celebrities as just being people that like, even while we were there and people were screaming their names, I'm just like,
I kept kind of noticing too, like they don't like it. I mean, some people do like getting their photo taken and like kind of like being in that limelight. A lot of them are like, oh, leave me alone. They're just trying to get their fucking stupid photos in a
take a
dumb
look.
magazine. That's why I kind of try to have like more of a nice vibe.
Yeah.
I kept doing more of like the silent thank you once they finally looked at my camera. Like just a thank you, just to them like kind of with my mouth to be like, appreciate that. Like I don't want to scream and be an idiot, but thanks for looking at my camera and kind of taking a moment to take this photo.
I wonder at what point in fame you start to lose a little humanity.
Take a
where you're like, instead of being excited that people are.
Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of scandals, I think we should turn around and get more audio, get in range so that we can pick up more of that Bluetooth audio from the lav mic. Because I guarantee you he's still wearing it to this party, and we can get everything. We will have the story.
I'm fairly certain he probably doesn't have it on anymore.
Why? He had it for, what was that, 10 minutes after you did the interview? He had no idea. He wouldn't have been saying all that.
At this point, he probably found it though. It's been a minute.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, and then if we go back and get it, then our faces are now attached to everything that he recently said. Like we might as well keep.
That issue.
Yeah.
What do you mean our faces are attached to it?
If we
Show
go back
up.
and get it, he's all of a sudden he's gonna realize that the things that he has been saying within the past hour.
We're not
and a
going
half-
back for the mic. We're going back to sit outside the Dolby Theater and get our Bluetooth in range so we can pick up audio of the thing actually happening.
Well, I'm just tired that none of this. We got enough. We don't need
Enough for what?
art.
For us to enjoy our night, or for us to actually have some leverage in the industry?
I don't think you're thinking about the right things here, man.
What should I be thinking about? This is an overnight, we've made it opportunity spoon-fed to us.
I don't think so.
What are you trying to I mean, you're clearly not trying to get anything out of this.
Overzealous? Is that kind of where he's
Overzealous. When it's
Like he's probably
is zealous not what makes you get something? I don't want to say famous because maybe it's not about famous, but like Is zealous not
What
the
do you
thing to
think
be?
we're gonna get out of it other than like? Do you think we're gonna get rich?
We're gonna get followers, which if you have any
Let's ask
ounce
this question.
of
What's
know-how,
your-
turns into rich.
What do you want to get out of this?
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm sort of in the gray. I don't understand.
Well, initially I wanted to make something that was more in my wheelhouse and would garner a little bit of attention. I know that sounds greedy, but just a little taste of someone else saw this and I'm validated, or at least get some feedback. I'm on board with the protest now. So why not?
So you didn't really tell us any of this before we came out here. I thought we were making art. I thought we were making a movie that it kind of just seems like you're steering away from the original objective. Or was this what you were trying to do the whole time?
Well, I wasn't trying to do exactly this the whole time because I didn't know that. But do I want to use art as a route to having some kind of validation, some kind of respect, some kind of standing among the greats? Yeah, eventually. Who doesn't? Anyone who says they don't is lying to themselves. Am I right?
Question is, who hurt you?
Everyone who thinks that the successful are those who tried hardest, because I've tried so damn hard, and it's literally just like you tried like a certain way, but we wanted you to try this way, right? Like,
So you're just gonna bring everybody down now because you didn't think that they had enough validation for you?
maybe I have hit my breaking point. I don't know. I get that sometimes maybe I leap too hard in one direction and it would be better to take it slow. I
It sounds like
understand that,
hatred
right?
and vengeance,
I've
and that is
learned
not
a
how you get
lesson
good
today.
things.
I have learned a lesson today. But that doesn't change the fact that if I'm not given a lucky break at this point in my life, I've got to do something crazy.
So the point is, you're almost 40 and it's really starting to hit you.
Yeah, I got to make up for 30 years of not being in the Mickey Mouse Club.
I get this is what you think this is your break, but this is not the way we want to go.
What's not? And who's we?
I think you had good intentions, but you've gone astray.
No, I think the intentions from the beginning were bad. I think he was thinking about this the whole time and he didn't tell us.
How could I have been thinking about this? I didn't think that I was walking into Sodom and Gomorrah, to use the biblical
Well,
analogy.
joke's on you, I don't get that reference.
That's why you're a private. Are you basically telling me at this point I do not have the artistic core within me to somehow pull out of this and create something better? Because you've been talking like, oh, like this movie that I wanted to make was tropey and really wasn't going to work, because at this point now it's kind of this like an encouraging thing to hear. But had I just been totally happy-go-lucky the whole time, you wouldn't have been saying any of that. It would have just been,
It certainly would have
hey,
raised
like,
the mood.
good job, buddy, you're so passionate, keep going. And now only because I fell flat on my face, the narrative is completely different.
It's not just because of that, it's because it feels like you have malicious intent, which kind of steers away from the directive that we were trying to pursue.
Let me tell you what it is. Malicious
He's gonna tell us now.
versus selfish, okay? I will not deny that I have some selfish intent, because I think at this point in my life, I should have a little bit of selfish intent. That's not the same as malicious. I'm not putting anyone down who didn't just out themselves on camera and deserves to be. Now, maybe you want to ask yourself, is Hollywood our competition? Maybe I should just let this go because Hollywood is not really our competition. They can play their game, we can play ours.
Like
But-
you said, this is bigger than entertainment.
Thank you.
This is about humanity.
Are you agreeing with me or are you being sarcastic?
I'm not sure, but it made sense when it came to my head.
Well, well, well.
And family.
How fiction meets
I think
reality.
I'm not agreeing with you. I think the fact is, it really isn't about hitting them in the entertainment industry. I think what you need to focus on is what we found out about humanity and what that all means and what we're recording today. Maybe that's
Okay,
what it is.
what does this mean about humanity? Let's start there. Let's just make this a completely objective discussion, not about Matt. All right, because I'm done with this being about me. Okay, all right. I'm part of humanity. We are a collective being. Let's talk about our pluralistic nature. Shut the fuck up, Bailey. God, it's so fucking easy when you don't actually have the desire to make something and put yourself on the line. You just
on the line,
Yeah.
bro. You told us to come out. I came all the way from the other side of the country for this shit. Put myself
And
on
I
the
took you to the
line.
Oscars. I took you to the fucking Oscars. So shut up and maybe say thank you. Have you once said thank you?
The seas still come down to who hurt you, who never hugged you at home. Maybe we should.
You know, most great entertainers have been hurt by something,
Yeah,
right? So this doesn't need to be an expose on me. Someday they'll do a documentary, but not right now. That's not what this is.
Maybe that's what it was from the beginning. It was about you. This whole time, this whole thing was about how you dislike Hollywood because you feel that you deserve more than what you've been given.
Okay.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles,
As they say.
as someone says.
Indubitably.
I really like arguing with you. Like,
You know-
I really do. Well, I can't argue with my girlfriend because she's just right all the time. And I like arguing.
Yeah, you're right. I see this video of Chalamet just dabbing everybody up.
He was super cool.
Yeah. What?
He was very
He was one of those guys that we saw from when we were standing. You're like, fuck Chalamet, he's over there. We missed him.
Yeah.
How famous would you say Machine Gun Kelly is?
Pretty famous at this point. I think ever.
met MGK 3 different times in one day because he was staying at the same hotel as us when we went to his concert.
Oh, that's pretty
And
cool.
I didn't get a single photo of him. I dapped him up and we talked to him like he was a normal human being because we met him in the elevator and outside of the hotel, and it was the best experience
That's what I'm saying,
ever.
but that's a dope interaction to have. Like,
Yeah.
just talk to like the normal person. Because, like, for example, like to an extreme, I heard Michael Jackson, he like paid to like have a grocery store empty and filled with like actors and like extras, so he could feel like he was normal again.
That's
So like,
crazy.
so like, I don't know, to have that interaction with them, like they're just the person on the street again, because I bet they forget what that's like.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever want
His
to get to
fame
that
is like
point.
unnatural.
Yeah. I told y'all when
To that level.
when I met John C. Riley.
Which we did, man.
I was in New York and we met him at a jazz club, and he was just there with like a fedora, like chilling. And then there was just like, and then like some guy started talking to him, and then me and my friend were like, oh shit, like, I think that is John C. Riley. And they were like, hey, we should go talk to him. And then we talked to the guy he was talking to. It was just some random guy he was drinking with. And then we're like, yo, was that John C. Riley? And then this dude was like, oh, you mean John? Yeah, he's cool. And they were like, who the fuck are you? He was like, you don't know John C. Riley like that. And then he was like, no, yeah, he's cool, bro. You should go talk to him. And then we talked to him, and then he was like, no, I'm not trying to do photos with him. I'm just trying to chill. And then
Yeah.
it was very cool.
Because I feel like your first instinct is to be like, is to tell them how awesome they are and how much you love them.
Yeah, but I'm sure they don't want to hear
They
that.
probably much more appreciate it if you just kind of chill.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We dapped him up, dude, and it was like the cleanest dap up ever, man.
So if I was to make another movie, would it better satisfy all of your artistic instincts if it was improvised or if it was scripted? So what do we share a common interest in making a film about?
I would like to do something scripted that leaves room for improv, as opposed to being sort of leaning on having to do the improv to fill the space.
It just be fit.
Not just be about family and we call it good.
Family.
Cash money.
Can it not just be about family?
I think it's also one of those we have to find someone who is willing to talk.
I know what you're
Oh, this is the other one, right?
Yeah, that's the cured. Oh, that's so good.
Is it better than that one?
It's got the ginger in it.
Yeah. If only my Instagram wasn't suspended and I could post literally anything.
What do you do, man?
Posted my dick on my screen. No.
As much as I love taking photos, if I had to like force celebrities on how they need to stand to take the photo, I think I would just hate it. Because imagine you don't get the photo. Then you have to go back to like the editor and be like, I didn't get the photo of Demi Moore looking directly at me doing
Or
this
them
pose.
kissing their boyfriend because they want that one.
I know.
Because I was walking past
I would
somebody
hate
and I
that.
heard them kind of go, okay, yeah, focus on the couples. I was like, oh god. I hate that so much.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Like the amount of people yelling Halle Berry's name at one time, nobody's looking at any of them. She's not looking at any of you because she doesn't know who's even yelling at that point. She's just doing this, like just looking everywhere.
You see this piece of meat right here? This kind of looks like the end credit scene from The Substance.
When we went to Academy Museum, they were selling little Oscars, and my sister was like, "Hey, y'all want one on military?" And we were like, "No, we want our own." And then she was like, "Okay, guys, okay."
Pretty high bar to set, but you know.
First, my bar was Damien Chazelle, because he won his Oscar at 30, and I was like,
He was the youngest best director, right?
"Yeah." And then I was like, "All right, if that's 30, that's my limit." And like, if 30 will be the point where age will win, or that's when I start. And it's like, if he could do it,
I'm
then
not gonna make 30. But
yeah, we're not making 30, but you know.
After 30, you don't feel like you're gonna get credit for anything you do being treated as a wunderkind sort of achievement.
yeah, exactly. Right. Because you want to be that like young guy who just was that great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Ridley Scott did make his first film when he was 40 years old. Because he worked in commercials and all that stuff. But his first film was called The Duelist. And
So he was 40?
his first feature film, he was 40 years old.
Yeah.
So he was already working in movies
He's
for that
been
long.
in the industry, but he didn't make his actual movie till this.
He did like 100. He did like 300 commercials.
Yeah.
Like he worked as like an art director and all this stuff on commercials. He did like that famous Nike or Apple commercial, and then when he got his first actual movie, he was 4 years old.
I was eyeing that.
I like eating the orange.
Oh, the orange. Oh,
I
yeah.
like eating the orange at the bottom of the old fashioned usually. It's like whiskey soaked.
Stairs feel so tall.
Feels like the Joker steps. You know what I think is that nobody actually does anything just for themselves. Like, people always say that when you get a tattoo, right? They're like, it's just for you, you know? Get what means something to you. But it's always with the understanding that someone else is going to see it and that it should mean something to them. So, like, I think that applies to any kind of art. And when you make something that other people would presumably view, you want it to mean something to them. So you do it in a way that the meaning it has to you would also translate into meaning to somebody else. It doesn't necessarily. Or this way. Directionless people, man. There are many of them.
This dude
And you
talking
don't
about
know who
fucking
to do
nonsense
until they
again.
create something.
What's the sound of his voice?
Let's get my link in, guys.
Yeah, I don't understand a single thing he said.
All right,
Let's
guys,
go
don't
make
forget
life
to
into
like,
art.
comment, and subscribe. Click that bell. Share this video.
The way Garnet's dressed, I'm not sure if he looks rich or homeless.
That's the point. It's entirely up to you. It's
Like
your
the flannel,
interpretation.
flannel dress pants, socks, and sandals.
Yes.